54,321. Or, in English, 54,321. And that is the number we want to win this year's Christmas lottery here in Spain. Hello, and thanks for dropping by. Let's have a nice cup of tea and a chat. Today, we're going to talk about Spain's obsession with a fat dwarf, singing children, and the Christmas lottery. Every December, Spain goes crazy about the Christmas lottery, and it seems that by the day of the draw on the 22nd of December, absolutely everybody in the country has bought at least one lottery ticket. And I mean everyone, and I mean at least one, probably 4 or 5. It seems that if you don't buy a Christmas lottery ticket, you're some kind of weirdo, a miserable, antisocial loser who doesn't want to participate in the joyous occasion of collectively contributing an extra voluntary tax to the government on the promise that you might win some money. For 30 years, I refused to buy a ticket, but this year, as my father-in-law recently passed away without having bought this year's number, I have inherited the family tradition of buying the same number that he bought year after year after year. The number 54321. Or, as I hope the children will sing on the day of the lottery, 54,321. This special lottery is commonly known as El Gordo, the fat one, the big one. Why? Well, back in 1839, the advertising for this draw included a short, chubby man who was covered in lottery numbers. Officially known as the Lucky Dwarf, over time this short, fat character became known as El Gordo, the fat one, and the phrase became synonymous with the jackpot itself. Paradoxically, a small person came to represent a huge prize. So, how many prizes are there in this extra special lottery? How much money can you win? And why do children sing the numbers? Let's find out more.
Ask a Spaniard what they plan to do on December 22nd, and they will invariably reply, "Watch El Gordo and celebrate winning the lottery." Everybody buys a ticket for this special Christmas draw of the National Lottery, and everybody expects to win at least some kind of cash prize. Let's find out why. Why is Spain's Christmas lottery such a big event? Spain's first national lottery, the Lotería Real, the Royal Lottery, was set up way back in 1763 by King Carlos III, but in 1812, during the War of Independence against Napoleon's France, the Spanish Parliament in Cadiz created a new national lottery to help finance the fight against the French. The first draw was on March 4th, and the first Christmas raffle was held in December, although it wasn't specifically called the Christmas Lottery until 1892. The Christmas Lottery, or El Gordo, is now the most anticipated draw of the year. It is a huge cultural event, as well as a moment of financial hope for millions. The Lucky Dwarf and the Singing Children. Why is the jackpot called El Gordo, the fat one? In 1839, the advertising for the draw included a short, chubby man who was covered in lottery numbers. Officially known as the Lucky Dwarf, over time people called this character the Fat One, and the phrase became synonymous with the jackpot itself. Another distinctive feature of the Christmas lottery comes from the children of the Royal Colleges San Ildefonso, who were first asked to participate in a draw for the Lotería Real in 1771, as the lottery headquarters were in the same square in Madrid. Over time, they developed the now iconic practice of singing the numbers. Their unique melodic chanting gives the draw a ritual, almost sacred quality, and it beautifully encapsulates the hopes and wishes of the millions following the draw on radio and TV. Tenths, series, and syndicates. A full ticket costs €200, which many would find far too expensive. So it's split into 10 decimos, tenths, each costing €20. There are 100,000 numbers from 00000 to 99999, but each number is repeated across series. In 2025, there will be 198 series of each number, meaning that a total of 198 million pre-printed €20 tickets will go on sale. Each number that is awarded a cash prize provides 1,980 winning decimos. Splitting tickets into decimos and using series encourages people to play the lottery together and form syndicates. Tickets are sold in official lottery shops, with shops, bars, associations, workplaces, sports teams, and other organizations often redistributing them to customers, employees, and members. Spherical cages and balls. The draw itself, which has never been cancelled even during wars and pandemics, uses 2 rotating spherical cages. The largest contains the 100,000 5-digit numbers on wooden balls, while the smaller one has 1,807 balls with the values of the prizes written on them. When a number ball comes out, a prize ball follows, and the children from San Ildefonso sing out the number and prize before passing the balls on to the official observers who check that everything is in order and officially record the results. Where does all the money go? About 70% of the total ticket revenue is paid out in prize money. In 2025, 15,304 numbers will be awarded cash prizes totaling €2.77 billion from sales of €3.96 billion. This means that it's not just a few big winners who benefit. Vast numbers of people take home something, which helps maintain the lottery's role as a collective, festive event. Everyone who buys a ticket feels optimistic about their chances. Of the remaining 30%, the state keeps around 22% after sales commissions and running costs have been taken into account. But if we add the approximately €50 million from unclaimed winning tickets and the 20% tax charged on any prize money over €40,000, then the state makes a useful profit of up to €1.2 billion. Here's the breakdown of the prize money. The El Gordo jackpot is €4 million per series, which amounts to €400,000 per decimo. The second prize gives €1,250,000 per series, and the third prize is €500,000. Then there are 2 fourth prizes of €200,000 and 8 fifth prizes of €60,000. In addition, there are 1,794 minor prizes called pedrea of €1,000. There are further prizes for the numbers just before or just after El Gordo, for numbers with the same first 3 numbers as the first, second, third, and fourth prizes, for those with the same first 2 numbers as the first, second, and third prizes, and finally, you get your money back if you have the same last number as El Gordo. So, what started as a voluntary tax to help the war effort against the French has evolved into one of the biggest, most popular, and most widely distributed lotteries in the world. And don't worry if you come up empty-handed, people will wish you good health. Why? Because having good health is much more important than winning large amounts of money. Chat about these questions and write down your opinions and ideas. 1. Describe the pictures. What didn't you know about the Christmas lottery before you read the text? 2. Do you play the Christmas lottery? If so, how many tickets do you buy? If not, why not? And other draws? 3. Do you think that the people who pay for lottery tickets should decide how the profits are spent? 4. Describe the types of lotteries and betting games that exist where you live. Who organizes them? 5. Do lotteries encourage gambling? How do bad gambling habits affect individuals, families, and society?